It's camera, lights, and conversation for this next episode of Trends.
All cameras rolling? Great. Hey there, I'm with Ric Gazarian, mastermind behind the Extraordinary Travel Festival, the largest gathering of the world's most travelled people. We're at IT&CMA and CTW 2025, and you are watching Trends. Cameras are rolling, so that means, Ric, tell us about the Extraordinary Travel Festival for you who may not know what ETF is.
Yeah, well, thank you, Kun David. The Extraordinary Travel Festival is the world's largest gathering of the most traveled people.
That's it?
That's it in a nutshell. I mean, if you want to meet the most interesting, fascinating people, the Marco Polos of the 21st century, to hear some of the best speakers sharing some of the most inspiring, motivating stories, this is the event that you should be considering for October of 2026.
Okay, so now we know it's October 2026. Where?
Well, the great news is we had such a successful event last year in Bangkok. We are coming back next year in 2026 back to the City of Angels, Bangkok.
Great.
Yes.
Yay. Now, I see these three numbers, 193. What does that mean?
In our community, this community of travelers, 193 is a really, really significant number. Many of the people in our community are trying to go to every country in the world. The standard benchmark we use is 193 because the United Nations has 193 member states. So that's what we define as every country in the world.
And what's on offer in October 2026 at your Extraordinary Travel Festival?
What we are offering a lot, I'd like to say. So there's three main reasons why people come to the event. It's community, it's content, and charting a new course. Community, like any group of people, we like to get together, we like to network, we like to create new friendships, old friendships, hanging out with your good friends, meeting new good friends. The second is content, speakers. I bring in what I consider some of the most fascinating people in the world. I'll give you one example. His name is Jaime Aleman from Panama. He's been to every country in the world. That's impressive. Only around 400 people out of 8 billion people can say that. But David, on top of that, he's been to the North Pole and he's been to the South Pole. But what really takes the cake, he just got back from outer space. He's an astronaut. So take that into consideration. Every country in the world, North Pole, South Pole, and outer space.
How did he get to outer space?
He, at some level, is friends with Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin, and he wrote a check to be one of the astronauts that went up on one of the missions this past summer.
Oh my goodness. Incredible. That's the ultimate in travel experiences, isn't it?
I mean, that's the grand slam of travel, and I am excited to hear his experience of doing all these, accomplishing all these amazing milestones.
Where is the conference in Bangkok?
The conference is in Sukhumvit Soi 11 at the Ambassador Hotel. That's where we held our event last year as well. Central occasion, everything is easy. Public transportation, tons of dining, restaurant options. It's a simple, easy, convenient solution for everybody.
Is the event fully tied up, or are you still looking for sponsors and supporters?
David, that's probably the best question you've asked today, among many. But yeah, we are looking for partnerships and sponsors and exhibitors. So if you're looking to connect with the world's most traveled people, the storytellers, the influencers, the social media travel content creators, and you want to partner with the tip of the spear that have done it all, this is a great, great venue and platform to connect with.
And how many days does the festival run?
The actual event is 4 days, so we have 3 days of speakers. We've added a fourth day. I'm calling that Travel Content Creation Day, where we're going to be screening travel film documentaries and bringing in authors of great travel books. But on either side of the event, we're also offering optional trips, from multi-day trips to day trips. One quick example, there's a very well-known entrepreneur in Bangkok on the very small island of Koh Kret, which is in Bangkok, and it's Kun Chit, and it's Chip Brewery. So he is kind of the father of craft beer in Thailand, and we've created an experience where our travelers get to get a tour of the island and then get to hear stories with Kun Chit and drink some of his craft beer.
That's fantastic. So a very unique and immersive experience. So you're not just offering a quick trip round the Grand Palace, but something unique that you might not normally book as a tourist.
Yeah, my goal in creating these experiences, it's ROR and ROX. So it's return on relationships. We want to create authentic, genuine interactions with local people and real, genuine, authentic experiences. So it's not about getting on a bus for the day and going to 7 temples. I'm finding unique, interesting characters with unique settings like Chip Brewery. And this is a real slice of Thai people and culture and recent history.
Great. So if you're looking at this and you'd like to engage with the Extraordinary Travel Festival, I'm going to put Ric on the spot now, and you've got 60 seconds to give me a sponsorship pitch. Why should I support your event?
Well, I'm going to go back to those two themes. I mean, any event is a great event. It could be 300 accountants, 300 ballerinas, but the platform I've created is with the world's most traveled people who are inspired by storytelling, content creation, and they want those two things that are very important to Thailand, ROR and ROX. These are not your average travelers. These are really the people who are creating the content and information to lead the next wave of travelers and tourists to come to your country, to your city, your destination, or your tour.
And my last question, Ric, is how many countries have you visited?
Well, I am short of the 193, David. I've been to 186. That means I have 7 left, and I'm getting very close.
What would be the 2 most challenging places to visit in terms of access or visas? Or are there 2 places that top the list that everyone says, well, that's a challenge to tick off?
Well, this can change over time, but I'll give you an example. Currently, it might be Sudan. And unfortunately, there's a real devastating, tragic civil war going on. And really, for the last 3 years, it's been shut down, except for a couple of small workarounds that some people have been able to pull off. Another example, but this is going back in time. So 5 years ago, as an example, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia didn't have tourist visas. But that changed several years ago where they created an e-visa platform, and that changed everything 180 degrees. So there's always a factor of time and circumstances that will lead to different answers with those questions, depending on when you ask.
So have you ticked off Sudan and North Korea?
Yep. So, and again, this is a timing issue. I went to Sudan probably about 2 months before the civil war began. North Korea, DPRK is another great example. It's right now, it is, for most instances, not accessible. It's not open. But I went in 2015 where, surprisingly, it was a straightforward exercise to visit. I would simply send a scan of my passport to a travel company that specialized in North Korea. And 2 months later, I was in Pyongyang.
Fantastic. What's the most, I said my last question, but I have to sneak this in. What's the most memorable moment of all your travels? If you could pick one. I know it's putting you on the spot. Can you pick one moment in time where you think that really is impactful, memorable, and something that I need to share with the world?
Well, I mean, there's, of course, 1,000 memories. And the one that popped up immediately is something that happened in the capital of Central African Republic. And it's not going to be this uplifting story that you might be expecting me to share, but this is what popped up first when you said that question. And the airline had lost my luggage. It was, let's say, 38 degrees Celsius. I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm sweating. I'm smelling. There's no AC. Eventually, 3 days later, the airline's like, okay, come to the airport. You can pick up your bag. I get to the airport. I get my bag. I start dancing in the airport. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. My taxi driver was waiting for me. I jump back in the taxi. I give him a high five. And we are now going back to my hotel. But this is Bangui. It's a undeveloped country city. It's dirt roads. There's hundreds and hundreds of people on the street and markets and merchants. And you're driving very, very slowly down this dirt road. And I'm just got the biggest smile on my face. I'm on my phone, texting my friends. And next thing I know, I'm in a fight for my life. Someone had dove through the window and had grabbed my phone. His body was half inside the car, half outside. We're driving down the dirt road, and I'm now fighting with this man who's attacking me, trying to grab my phone. Now, this probably only lasted 15 seconds. It seemed like it was an hour, but I fought him out, pushed him out of the window. I still had my phone, smiled and laughed again, and went back to the hotel, had a beer.
Oh my goodness. Ric Gazarian, mastermind behind the Extraordinary Travel Festival. I wish you success with the 2026 event. If you're interested in supporting the Extraordinary Travel Festival in October, what dates in October?
October 22nd to the 25th in 2026.
There you go. Contact this man. Ric, thanks so much for appearing on Trends Pop-Up Studio at IT&CMA and CTW 2025, and have a great afternoon at the show.
Can't wait to see you in October next year, David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they forgot to turn on the camera.